I even start this? Oh my goodness. Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I just finished my finals. I passed everything. Right now I have a 3.0. I'm feeling pretty good. I thought that it would be very helpful to go and make a video about all the things that I wish I knew before I completed my first year. So let's get started. How did I get in? I ask myself this all the time because it's still kind of surreal once you do get in. I didn't know what I wanted to do out of high school. I went to the community college and they actually had a partnership with the school that I'm attending right now. I did 2 years of prerequisites. That was all of my anatomy and physiology. That was my anatomy and physiology, general chemistry classes, my ethics classes. I had about 60 credits and I qualified for an Associates of Science by the time I was ready to transfer. Once I was applying to nursing school, the school that I go to is in Center City, Philadelphia. So during my application process, I actually had to go and interview. It's a private school in the middle of Center City, so they didn't have a lot of spots. I had to go and maintain a GPA above 3.0, which is kind of, I'm already a B+ student, so it wasn't that bad. A lot of you guys who are looking up these kinds of videos, who are super anxious about the application process, probably are scared, what if my grades aren't up to par? Well, I have great news for you. I got in with an F in statistics. I had failed a class, I had taken it again, and I got a B. It's not impossible. I had to do miscellaneous background checks, criminal checks, immunizations, and blood tests. It was pretty time consuming. It was most of my summer, lasted about 8 weeks, so if you find yourself in a similar position after you actually get accepted, start as early as possible. Literally everything will go wrong and it will take a lot longer than you think it's going to take. You're in the August right before you're about to step foot on campus and you're super nervous. So let's get started. What do you need to do before nursing school? You're going to need to prioritize your time and prioritize your relationships. This is going to be some of the most emotionally, physically, mentally, intellectually draining experiences of your life. Prior to starting, if you don't have a strong support group, you're not going to do very well. It's okay to have non-nursing friends. They need to understand that you're not going to have time during this program. It's not that you want to cut them out of your life, it's just that when this process starts, a lot of the time you're just not going to have time for them anymore. You'll have time for them during the summers when your only commitment is an externship and relaxing. You might have time after the fact, but during the school, you're mostly just focusing on patient care. Prioritize what this means to you before you even set foot through the door. People think they want to go through nursing school. They say, well, it's going to be easier than being a doctor. They've dreamt of it since they were a little kid. They know people who are nurses and they think it's for them. And then they go and set foot in that classroom and they realize they don't care too much for it. And that's completely fine because nobody's supposed to know exactly what they want to do right out of high school. But if you're the kind of person that can't be mature and people are at their vulnerable and most exposed, probably not for you. If you're the kind of person that tries not to put in as much work and tries to take the easiest way out of things, not gonna work. You might want to go and invest your time in something else. Let's go into the actual physical objects. Your stethoscope. This is going to be the most important thing in your possession, the greatest investment that you'll make in your entire nursing career and probably life. This means everything. This is your new baby. I see a lot of nursing students the very first day they come in and they have these really cute like rose gold stethoscope. And I'm gonna be honest with you, it's probably not gonna work. You go on Amazon and you're purchasing all kinds of really cute rose gold, pink, whatever, it's probably not gonna work for you. You need something that's an instrument. It's a tool. It's not a plaything. This is a Littman Cardiology 4. So it has a diaphragm and it has a bell. This side sounds different than this side. And that's the other thing too. Nobody told me this before starting nursing school. This swaps over and you can listen on different sides. This is going to be the second most important thing that you own, and it has to have a second hand. You can't do one of those weird Apple Watch things. You're gonna get blood, you're gonna get vomit, you're gonna get diarrhea on it. This one is a Spidel. It's like a silicone watch that I got off Amazon. I think it was like 15 bucks. I mean, this thing's like indestructible. Waterproof. It comes in different colors if you want to go. I know like some of the nursing students, which I wish I did, were really cute and they had things that match. I just got a white one because it went closest with the uniform. The second thing you're going to need. You could get this on any medical supply, and some people can even get it at their local Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS. It's a drugstore product, I'm pretty sure. I was lucky, I got this one for free. This is my boyfriend's when he was an EMT, so I just kind of stole it from him. If you don't know how to read a blood pressure, and if you don't know how to take a pulse, you're going to learn pretty much the second week, because the first week is when they teach you how to thoroughly wash your hands. You'll learn everything you need to know probably within the first month. I like the kinds that have little clips on the actual meter, so that way when you actually put it on the arm, you can read as you pump. I put it on this really like muscular kid. He actually popped it. I guess he was flexing and he wasn't quite relaxed. So now I need a new one. Your scissors, tweezers, shears, and your pen light are going to be mixed bag. I haven't used these yet. I've certainly used this. This is going to be the MVP of your health assessment class. This is going to be if your clinical instructor is really nitpicky, and even though we have full supply closet, they're going to ask you specifically if you have a set of shears and tweezers. Most of the time, if you don't have it, they will be very furious. These are actually, so this is a pen light. You'll see this is a nice pupil chart, so you can go and see how dilated your pupils are, and it gives you the millimeters in diameter. It also gives you like a little measuring tool. I think this one's in centimeters. Most of the time we use metric system anyways. My first semester, it was really acute care, chronic care, psychiatric, and geriatric. So I dealt with mostly populations that weren't emergency, and they weren't moms or kids. They were mostly just adults in an outpatient setting that need their vitals taken and need to make sure that all their ducks are in a row. Most nursing schools have their own uniform. I recommend buying 2 pairs of it. I have been very fortunate. I haven't had anybody puke on me. I've only had somebody pee on me once, and it was an accident. And I've only had blood on me probably up to here. Along with the uniform, I don't know if every school does this, but you want to have non-porous shoes. You want to have comfortable shoes. You want to have things that you can run or walk in that are non-slip and that are easy to bleach or clean. No mesh like Nikes, no cute Adidas, because those ones are going to look way gross after your clinical shift. There's no fashion sneakers. It should really just be for function. Old lady tennis shoes. The last thing that I can recommend for nursing school, if they allow it, would be to go and record the lecture. And I used to believe, no, if you are recording the lecture, you're not paying attention, you're being lazy, and you're just going to listen to it after the fact instead of learning. And that's not entirely true. You go in, you obviously take the notes, and you work really hard, and you listen, and you obtain as much information as possible. It's a safety net. So that way, after the fact, you can go back and say, hey, did I understand this? Did I catch everything? Instead of stressing during the lecture, you can evenly space out your note-taking, and you can evenly space out and calmly study. That's pretty much my general overview of nursing school. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys later.